school today. I went yesterday, so that's pretty much what this video is going to be. I set up some things, especially desks, and move things around to where I want them. And I'm just going to do some finishing touches. Hopefully I can finish everything I want to today, but if not, I'll come back at a later time because I got a lot done yesterday of what I needed to do. So let's check that out. Okay, so this is when you first walk into this room, and this is how they put it back after cleaning the floors. I just laid that rug down so it could get flat, but this is what I gotta work with. I don't even know what this is. That was not mine. I think they just threw it in here. I'm a little out of breath because I went up and down the stairs. I'm on the 3rd floor, so I need to rearrange this room of how I want it, and then take down my posters up there, because over the summer we have to cover anything that we don't want them to take down, which is like, why would they just take down stuff anyway? But also so that all my stuff behind them wouldn't fall down, and it looks like it stayed pretty well, so I'm going to do that. Let's see what we can do with these desks. But when they redo the floors, like, the desks stick to the newly done floor. Like, I can't even lift this one up because it's stuck. So that might take a minute. Just because it's like, there it goes. Oh, I'm still out of breath. I'm sweating already. But, and the air's on, which is nice, but walking up and down the stairs is a mess, and I'm hoping that flattens out a little bit more. But yeah, let's see what I can do with this. Okay, so this I would say is like my midway update of what I've done so far. So I took down all the paper. That's a timeline, and I'll go through that in a full classroom tour. So I set up the desks how I want them. They're in groups of 4. I took down my supplies that were up on top of the cabinets, which there's some stuff too still there. Each table has one of these letter trays that I got from Target, and a box full of supplies just in case they need them, especially highlighters because that's what we use a lot. And then I have like a supply list of what's supposed to be in there, and then I put on the numbers for the tables, just so I like to give them a number, and that way they can find their seat easier instead of like giving them a map on the screen and trying to find it. If I give them number 1, they can just look for the 1 and sit there. It's easier for me anyway. And then each number has a color, which can signify a job. So yellow people are going to do this, the orange, and so on. It also helps with like leveled reading when we do groups, and each person will have a different reading. For me, it is going to go in order, so yellow will be the lowest, and I just put them in number order so that for whatever reason, if I forget, it's just easier to look back and the kids won't even really know the difference. I'm okay with how it's set up now. Who knows if it'll change, because I move desks literally. If I could move the desks every day, I would, because they move for different activities and the kids hate it, but for the activity it will always need to change. But this is an update. Still have stuff to do, but all the paper is balled up and down. I don't know how else to get the dirt off the board, because like you can read last year's like instructions from finals, like 2 essays, must do both. That's kind of it. I moved all my junk over here in my toolbox, and I want to laminate a couple of things that I made at home, but where the laminator is, they moved the laminator and turned that break room into an actual classroom, because that's originally what it was, but they put desks in there. So yeah, I still have to take down that black piece of paper. And I'm gonna do some more things around here. So yeah. Okay, another update. I put the computer stuff all together. Projector, monitor. This is for the laptop to go on, which connects to everything. Elmo, document camera, speakers, bass, and then all that. I might put that in like some sort of bucket so that it's not all crazy. My sticks for names, extra supplies, that's like on their tables. I've kind of organized some things over there a little bit. These towels are hanging because I put the refrigerator up there. That might be weird, but to get it out of the way. And then because it was unplugged, there was some water leaking out, so I used my board rags to clean the water. It doesn't look like I did more, but I put a lot in the filing cabinets by units to make it more organized. This is a yoga mat cut up for people to sit on the floor if they don't want to sit on the dirty floor. I kind of organized like the round table games over there, and then I've been organizing this mess over here. I don't know how much I'm gonna do because you're at that point of like, what do I do next? I made sure that the projector fits on the screen at where it is so that it's big enough for people to see. I just don't know what else I want to do next. And I know like we do this when we come back to school and like set everything up, but I like to do it now. It just makes me feel better about stuff, and then I can definitely like organize and plan once we come back and not spend so much time on all the pretty stuff. So maybe I'll update in a little bit. So one of the good things about being here when nobody else is here is printing when nobody else is hogging. So I got my vocabulary sheets done and my warm-up sheets. Tried to do something else, but it just didn't print the way I wanted. But pretty much the same as what you saw last, but there's definitely more things to do. I just don't exactly know what to do. So going to end there today. I unboxed the gummy bears and the fortune cookies, which the actual fortune is paper and they are different and they're like real motivated like fortune sayings. So those are cute. But yeah, I just shut down my computer. I'm gonna take some things home and I might come back tomorrow, I'm not sure. So my hair is a mess from the rain when I came in and got stuff, and then just sweating. And I'm pretty much done for the day. I got here at like 11. It's like just after 3:30, so I've done a lot. I'm comfortable with what I've done. And so yeah, I'm going to go home for today and maybe come back tomorrow. I'm not sure. But I might, because I can do some things and plan and stuff since I already am doing the same two courses as last year, so I feel really froggy when I talk. But that's kind of it. So stay tuned for tomorrow. Okay, so one more thing. So this is the floor that they cleaned. Of course this is dirty from like the moving stuff, but I'd probably say that like this dirt is more accurate. The floors are so dirty right now. Just from them moving everything. And like all their stuff is still out just cleaning, so the floors out here are super dirty. But that's the clean part. And out here it smells like straight bleach, which I'm guessing is like that stuff, but it's just like super strong. And just like the amount of dirt that comes out of the rooms at the end of the year, so they only do the floors during the summer. And they just have to stay clean all year. But I just wanted to show you how dirty. Sorry if you think it's gross. It is gross, but I mean, what can you do? Yep, so this is like the front parking lot when everybody's gone but you. and like 2 cleaning people. Oops. Alright, so today, fast forward to today, I'm gonna do a couple more things. I need to finish some touches on boards and just getting things the way I want them to look. And then I'm hoping that I'd be done because a lot of the stuff is already done from last year, so I don't have to do a whole lot. So that's kind of what we're doing today. Okay, so I come in this morning, and everybody's doors in the hallway is open with their lights on. And the only thing that's been done is this and these. I'm not sure what it's for, so they moved some stuff. And I hope I'm not in their way today. But let's see if it's like that in anybody else's room. Did they do that? Yeah. So I'm thinking it is for charging stations of laptops. Let's see if his is like this too. Almost. They have screws, but no, that piece is not up yet. I'm thinking it's for charging station of laptops. We shall find out. Okay, so one of the things I'm redoing is the pennant looking flags for this. So this one is for U.S. history work that kids do that's good, or the best they can do. And then this one is for government. I was gonna make the same sign last year for that board, but I never did. So this year I am, but I want them to match, and I didn't have the red and blue at home to make them, and I wanted to make them, so making it all white. That way so they'll match and it'll look nice and bright, and the blue's kind of fading, so it'll look nice and bright. And then I made, this one says Master Historians, and then the other one will say Government Officials. So what I'm doing is it's pink string, but who cares? I put it up in the same spot that it is, and then I'm just going to literally like do the same that I did for this, tape it on the back, in the same spots that they already are, so that so I don't have to do any measuring or anything, and just like copycat on this one. So let's see what it looks like. Okay, so obviously I'm going to take down the old one, but the flags are a little smaller than the old ones, but I'm okay with that. But that was way easier than having to measure or anything like that, so I'm going to remove it and then do the other one. Okay, so I got that one done in less than 5 minutes, and I'm happy with how it turned out, and now they kind of match. So yeah, it looks a little wonky, like so spread out, but I'm okay with it. Okay, so I pretty much finished everything that I wanted to do, and I'm pretty much ready to go back to school now. So I will do a classroom tour, and that'll probably be a separate video. And that's it for today.